As we begin the first day of the second month, I want to share a word with you all, and I want to say that it is important for us to be grateful. And yes, the word that I want to give you today is be grateful to God. Let us look at two chapters, one from the Old Testament and one from the New Testament. And both happen to be chapter 17. The first one is Exodus 17, and the second one is Luke 17. And both these passages circle around a very similar theme. In the book of Exodus, we see that the Israelites they come to a place where they have no water. And what they do in second verse, it says here, therefore, the people contended with Moses and said, give us water that we may drink. So Moses said to them, why do you contend with me? Why do you tempt the Lord? So in the previous chapter, we see that there was a point where people come to and they see this water and it's bitter, and God makes this water sweet. And several chapters before, we read about the 10 different plagues that God brings in Egypt to set a difference between the Israelites and the Egyptians. Now, God has been doing so much for the Israelites, but yet they are being ungrateful. Now, let's go to the Gospel according to Luke chapter 17. We read about the 10 lepers who come to Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ, he heals them. He sends them to the priest and he says, go and show yourselves. And on their way, they realize that they are healed. But what we do see here is that out of the 10 people, only one person comes back to glorify God. And Jesus asks this one person with a little bit of disappointment, I would say. He says, whether not 10 cleansed, but where are the 9? Whether not any found who return to give glory to God except this foreigner. My friend, today, I want you to know that in both these passages, people were being ungrateful. Being ungrateful is so engraved in us. It is a part of our DNA. The Israelites have been ungrateful, and till this very day, we all stay ungrateful regardless of all that God does to us. And as you start this month, all that I want to tell you is be grateful to God. Because without His grace, without His favor, without His mercy, and without His providence over your life, you cannot stand where you are today. I cannot stand where I am today. And we have to be grateful to God for all that He does. And let us not be like the larger crowd or the majority of the people as we read in these two passages. In the first part, we saw it was only Moses who stood faithful. In the second passage, we saw that it was just one Samaritan, one person. So I'm asking you today, can you be that one person who can be grateful to God regardless of all those around you who are complaining? And can you make that difference in the kingdom today? And that is the word I want to leave with you today as you start this month. And God willing, I will speak a little more about this passage. But for now, you take care, my friend, and have a blessed, Christ-centered February. Take care. Bye-bye.